Hey, what's up everyone? It's Jay Coyne, your Bay Area realtor, and today I want to share with you the 3 steps on how I purchased my first rental property at just 21 years old. Step number 1, you got to get educated on the process, on the strategies, terminologies, and understanding the numbers. So with the process, as a real estate agent, I already understood that a little bit. Working with buyers and sellers, I know what the due diligence needed in order to purchase the property and how to actually prepare the finances, etc., in order to purchase that. Now with the strategy, that was a little bit more foreign to me. As the beauty with the real estate, there's so many different avenues you can take, towards investing, whether it be buy and hold, fix or flip, cash flow or appreciation, multifamily, single family, commercial buildings, etc. What was attractive to me was a buy and hold strategy, a more long-term approach that I can have multifamily residential properties that's 2 to 4 units, rent them out, and essentially have renters pay off that mortgage, provide me cash flow, and that's gonna be residual income every single month, that passive income you keep hearing about. So once you've got a strategy in place that you wanna pursue, well then now you're gonna create a plan. You understand the sort of criteria of the property you're looking for, and then you got to sort of understand, what areas you're going to be looking for these properties. In my case, I chose San Antonio, Texas, right? I purchased a 4-plex in San Antonio, Texas, and the reason that was attractive was because Texas has a high growing population rate. Step number 2 is the obvious question of how I was able to obtain the capital to purchase that first rental property. Well, this is why I love real estate and I love the word leverage. You can leverage a bank, and in my case, I leveraged my brothers. So I took the plan that we created and the knowledge that was accumulated in step 1, and I sat my brothers down and I laid that out for them. I tried to relay the potential that real estate investing can have and the trajectory that I want to go with it. Well, all of them, they bought in, they had the same mindset, and they were willing to go in on a property together. So all 4 of us are splitting the down payment on the property we purchased, then we're splitting the interest of that property, okay? So it's divided by the 4 of us. In your case, if you don't have the money saved up, we talked about house hacking in the last video, you can potentially go in with a lower down payment. If not, you've got other family members, you've got other friends, that you can ask, do exactly what I did, lay down a plan, and potentially they will want to invest with you. If not, there are ways as long as you provide some other value. So what other value could you provide? Well, if it's not capital, it's gonna be your knowledge from step 1, and more importantly, your time. Your time is gonna be used in order to analyze property and ultimately find the deal that you're going to present to your investors. Step number 3 is finding the deal. Now, once you've got your plan in place and the criteria that you're looking for, well, now it's time to analyze some property. Now, what I did was I went on Zillow and or Redfin, and I knew the cities that I was looking for, and I put my criteria in the search filters, and that populated, a bunch of homes. Day by day, I tackled a different city, the ones that I was looking in. So let's say, for instance, on one day, I went to San Antonio. I took all the multifamily properties that were currently on the market, and I've got this Excel spreadsheet that analyzes all the numbers. You can put in all your expenses, all your rents, etc., and that's gonna let you know cash on cash return, the cap rate, cash flow for that property every single month. This process went on months on end. You start to gain a lot more context and information about what it is you're looking at. So you start to understand market rents, you start to understand, what the cash flows and the market cap rates are in these areas and in these neighborhoods. We passed by many great deals because, well, we were a little bit scared. This was our first property. In the end, and after a few months, we decided that we just need to pull the trigger. That first property is always going to be the hardest, and that's going to get the momentum going. Once you have a context of what things are going for, eventually one home will pop up that you see maybe has some higher cash flow. Maybe the rents are under market and you can bring that up to market. You can spot the deal, from all the rest. Me and my brothers, I brought the deal to my brothers. They decided this is a good enough property for us to tackle. I, as a real estate agent, actually had to negotiate the deal myself. Honestly, I don't advise this, and there are a lot of mistakes that happen throughout this whole process, which is the benefit of buying your first property, and that's what it's going to entail. We wrote up an offer, and eventually that got accepted. I haven't even been to Texas and we didn't even set foot in Texas until after we were on contract. And that's one of the fears that many people have of out-of-state investing. We protected ourselves with an inspection contingency. So after that contract was accepted, we were able to then fly to Texas, have a time frame of how we can check and inspect the property, and then decide if we want to continue on. So me and my brother, we flew to San Antonio. We checked out the home to make sure that it wasn't falsely advertised. And it wasn't a majestic property, but it was as we were expected. The area was decent. The property was pretty decent for our first property. So eventually we were able to close on that deal, and then that's how I got my first rental property, and that's how you can too. All right, everyone, those are the 3 steps I took to purchase my first rental property and how you can too. If you want that spreadsheet, again, the link will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you found this information useful, hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. We got more awesome content coming your way. Thanks.